And good evening. MJ here. It's another Thursday, which means it's MJ Day. Excuse me. How is everybody doing? I need some water. Excuse me. Mm. How are you feeling tonight? How you feeling? All right, I'm gonna get into some music because immediately my throat is scratchy. All right, we're gonna play some music. We're gonna have to. How are you feeling tonight? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. Okay. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Woo! What a day. What a day. What a day. I hope you guys are there. Welcome, welcome, guys. Having some technical issues today, but that's all right. How's everybody feeling? I see there's a few people in here. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? All right, we're going to get into it. Welcome to the show. My name is Millissa Jayne. If you are with me, please just drop something in the chat so I know that you are here. Welcome to Gary Revelation Dixon, producer, musician. Welcome to the Facebook user. Who is the Facebook user that we have? Welcome to the Facebook user. Let me see who's there with us in Facebook land. User. Let me see who's there with us. Reggae Ellis. Carla Roundtree is here. Welcome, Carla. Welcome, Princess C. Welcome, Marva Riley. How's everybody doing? Funny story. I thought I was subscribed, but apparently I wasn't. That explains why I haven't been. That's why I have been missing your shows. You know what? what what YouTube does now is they unsubscribe people who have not interacted very much in your channel. So I'm going to ask you to interact, leave comments, subscribe, and get active in the chats, get active with my channel, and then YouTube won't eliminate you. I want you to be with me for the long haul. Welcome to Professor Black Ops Security, Cybersecurity for the People. Salute to you, and Big Time Drum. Good to have you again. Thank you so much for rocking with me, as they say. I love to hear Anton Daniel says rocking with me. So I love that. So we're gonna have a show today. We're gonna talk about, we can do anything today. We can do anything, literally anything. So I'm gonna get started again, just with a little bit of music. And I'm gonna play my favorite little tune here. And we'll play a little bit of that while, actually, I'm not going to play that because for some reason, my audio is, I'm having troubles with my audio. So I'm not even going to play that. But what I will do to get started off, I'm going to play my conversation with the lead attorney last night. So last night, he was talking about Jesse Smollett, Jesse Smollett, the actor who has gotten involved in this big controversy with these two African people who was supposedly had attacked him, but now he's on trial. And Jesse Smollett, he used to be in Empire, an actor that used to be in Empire. And there's a big whole thing. You can check out the lead attorney's channel to learn more. But I jumped up on the panel, of course, and I tried to just to give my opinion, because basically the question was, should Jesse Smollett go to prison? What should the judge sentence him to? It's not over yet. I think it's still going on right now. He is found guilty on 5 counts. Wow, he's found guilty. So what is the has he been sentenced? Has he been sentenced yet? That's the question. Has he been sentenced yet? And what do you think should be his sentence? So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, as well as I want to just give a little bit of the tech tip as far as how you can organize your YouTube channel, the front cover, the front page of your YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, Big Time Drum, when was he found guilty? Was that yesterday, today? When was that? When was he found guilty? I'm curious to know when he was found guilty. All right, but let me go ahead and share the video that I have for you, which was just a little bit of a conversation between me and TLA. Of course, you always I love to always chat with him whenever he comes about, but it looks like he will do some sort of time. Not surprised at all. So how's everybody feeling tonight? Just drop in the chat how you are feeling tonight. How are you feeling tonight? All right, let's go ahead and play.
Millissa, yes, you have a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yes, hello, lead attorney. My channel is my name, Millissa Jayne. Yeah, somebody mentioned England. Yes, I am from England originally, but now I live in Florida. But again, my channel is about we have conversations, and we also do a little bit of technology as far as social media marketing, and we have a good time. Also, we have a lot of fun. I do a little bit of dancing. We do a little bit of entertainment as well.
Yes, I love the dancing.
even Jonathan Barrowfield like that dancing. So if you want to see my dancing, go over to my channel. It's the leading video right now. I wanted to show you all that.
Awesome, absolutely.
Yeah, we have fun. We have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Great. So what do you think about this situation with your man Jesse?
Yeah, I used to watch Empire, the first maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but I think that what he did was he tried to do a marketing stunt, but it just went terribly, terribly wrong. You
Mm.
know, yes, he did. Just like the person said beforehand, he kind of embarrassed himself, embarrassed everybody. So I don't think that he would deserve any prison time because I think that he's a little bit too soft for prison time. Somebody might turn him into the moose.
Oh, not the moves, boy. That was terrible.
I'd be sorry for him if he went to prison. But and again, people have done so many worse things as far as crimes out there. So I don't think that he deserves prison time, but he should get a hefty fine. He should get a hefty fine for wasting all of the time and effort. And especially since he kind of doubled down and went back in and said that, this really did happen and all of these things. So I think that he should just get a big fine. He should do some community service as well. And he should just pay his dues that way. I just don't think that prison would serve him well. What would prison really do except for just turn him into probably a worse person? And plus, the amount of backlash he's getting from not being able to get work that he would probably have gotten before, he's kind of damaged himself. He's hurt
Yeah,
himself because nobody's looking at him and saying, "Yeah, I want to hire you now." So he really hurt himself in that way. But yeah,
I
that's
hear
really my
you.
take on that.
So if you were the judge, what would be the punishment?
The punishment would be a big fine,
No,
a
no, no,
hefty
no.
fine.
Judges don't do big
Oh,
fines. They
okay,
don't
okay.
like you got to do. You can't just say, "Oh,
Oh,
I
oh,
sentence you to a big fine." Like, what's
all
the
right.
amount? What is the
The amount,
amount? You're the judge. Hmm.
the amount. I would say, okay. I would say give him 3 months probation,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't let him serve any time. I wouldn't let him serve any
Okay.
time. 3 months probation, and I don't know, couple $1 million fine.
Whoa, a couple million. Some people just throw around prison time, and some people throw around money. She's like, "Oh, a
Yeah,
couple million."
it's probably good for it. It's probably good for it, right? Not
Oh,
not
oh
over
my
the
god.
not over the last couple of years, because the last couple of years he probably hasn't been making a lot of money. But let him have it to dig deep into his pockets in order to get himself out of that.
He
And
said,
he's got
she,
friends. He's got
she
friends.
said a couple million. Your boy Jesse gonna be calling up KD and Jonathan Bear and be like, hey man, I've been man, Millissa Jayne just sentenced me to a couple million. I need some help. I absolutely need some
Need some
help.
help.
Right? So
But
shout out to Millissa Jayne. Yes, what were you gonna say?
I wanted to actually be online with you when you hit 100,000, and I thought it was going to happen tonight. We're on about 99.1K right now. So if
Yeah.
everybody just share this out right now to like 5 people and said subscribe, you would hit it. You would hit it, right?
I think I'm averaging about 700 a day, so it'll
Oh
probably
well.
come in a day or two, probably in a day or
Oh,
two. But we'll see, we'll see.
right,
And
right,
again, I
right.
just thank you guys so much for always supporting me. Yeah, really, I just can't tell you how much this means to me. So thank you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, and
Thank
thank you,
you.
Millissa, for coming in. Y'all, please go check out Millissa Jayne, excellent content creator. I was just on her panel yesterday. We had an excellent discussion about YouTube. I
Yes.
always try to support her. She always supports me. Excellent member of the Patreon that we've
Happy.
got going, and her channel is just doing excellent. And please go over to her channel and watch her
What?
dancing. You will be surprised. Listen, I was like,
I guess come on over and
okay.
dance.
Well, yeah, she's got some moves. She absolutely has some moves. She will put it on you. So thank you so much, Millissa Jayne. You are welcome
Thank
to come
you. I
back up
really appreciate
anytime.
you.
Yes.
You too,
Thank you,
appreciate
thank you,
it.
thank you.
Bye bye. He says she will put it on you. Oh man. So yeah, that was last night. That was last night. Who's that on Facebook? Facebook user, could you come over to YouTube? Beverly Brooke Ruddock. Could you come over to YouTube? Let me just find the YouTube channel because we need to have all the Facebook people over to YouTube. Let me grab the link. Let me grab the link for my YouTube channel real quick here and give that to you. Okay, in Facebook land. If you could just join me over, thank you so much. I would appreciate that. On my Facebook pages, let's just drop the link in there, and then I'm going to cut off the Facebook in a little bit. All right. So, um, So yeah, we were talking about Jussie Smollett. Is the T pronounced or is the T silent? If she saw my thunder was in there, she could tell us. Let me just welcome everybody. Welcome Gary Dixon. Are you still with us? Welcome Gary Dixon. Welcome to Marva Riley. Marva Riley's got a new cookbook out. We're going to have her on the show soon to talk about that. Remember last year, or was it the beginning of this year, Marva? I think you were my first guest in January. My first guest this year. Maybe you can be my first guest again for next year. For next year. Welcome to Princess C. Funny story, I thought I was subscribed. Yeah, we talked about that. Listen, guys, if you are subscribed to my channel and you haven't been interacting for a while, then it's gonna the YouTube will probably just, you know, unsubscribe you, or at least unsubscribe your turn off your notifications. So you have to keep active with me. That's how they're trying to generate more activity within YouTube, which is very clever. How you doing, Carla Rhymetree? How are you, my dear? And Professor Black Ops, how you doing tonight, sir? How are you? And Big Time Drum, you was with me for the entire show. Tuesday, I'm trying to do 2 shows a week, at least 2 shows a week live, and then videos for the rest of the week as well. We got to ramp up our activity in these YouTube streets, right, guys? Yeah, all of my YouTube compadres. We got to do it big. We got to do it big. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He is found guilty. So Jussie Smollett was found guilty on 5 counts. Wow. I wonder what he's going to get. So he hasn't been sentenced yet, but it looks like he will do some sort of time. That's a shame. That's a shame. He was found guilty of 5 charges out of 6. Wow. 5 charges out of 6. Hey, Edward Smart. Good to have you. Good to have you. Nice of you to be here. That's wonderful. It was yesterday. He was found guilty. Okay. And let's see. He was very stupid indeed. Very stupid. I think it was a publicity stunt that just went terribly, terribly wrong. And now is going to have to pay for that. So Princess C, I need links now. Where are the videos of you dancing? So I want to show you the video of me dancing in a second. We just go through these chats. Oh, Ralph Ferguson, how you doing, sir? Now you have an event coming up in a few days' time. If you want to come up and talk about your event, you're absolutely welcome to. I'm going to drop the link in a little bit, and anybody can come and talk about whatever it is that they want to talk about. So let's see. He needs at least a few weeks in jail. That will sort him out, right? That will set him on the straight and narrow. My Vivid Life, how are you doing, madame? Excellent, excellent content creator, and has a channel of the same name, My Vivid Life. You guys go and check her out as well. I'm going to have to drop some links in, and anybody can come up and talk about their channel as much as you like. We're going to do that today. We are going to do that today. If anybody wants to come up, we're going to do that in just a little bit. If you drop the link, I can come up and we can talk. Yep, let me go ahead and get the link going here. And anybody can come up and talk to me. Before we do that, though, I'm going to just give a few shout outs to my sponsors of today and my sponsors. My sponsor since I've started this new season of shows, with the aid or with the guidance of the lead attorney. He's been guiding us. So I want to give a big shout out to Gail Lockett, the moderator of all moderators. She has a new channel. It's called Gail at Night. I want to give a big shout out to the Intentional Millionaire, one of my early sponsors. Big shout out to Carl Sinclair from Sin Tech Cooling right here in South Florida. Big shout out to Shayla, always giving. I don't know who you are, Shayla, but if you're listening, I really appreciate you. I wish I knew who you were, but you know what? I kind of like the mystery too. You're awesome. Big shout out to MSE Network. That's megasourceentertainment.com. Let me go see if I'm live over on megasourceentertainment.com as well. I usually am. I gave the link a little bit late, so it's possible that I'm not live over there at the moment, but that's my own fault. Big shout out to American Roots of Jamaican Music, produced by Eugene Gray. The 12th of December. So this is coming up on Sunday. This Sunday. It's been a few weeks since I've been talking about this. It's coming up this Sunday, right here in Fort Lauderdale. It's rootsofmusic.org/events if you want to go check that out. Amazing event. Big shout out to Lascious Journey. She is, I'm going to say that she is the sponsor of my show so far, the biggest sponsor of my show so far. She has given the most, so she qualifies as the sponsor of the show. And then also, thank you to Novelty International Recording Artist Award, multi-award winning recording artist. So that's all of my sponsors. I want to thank each and every one of you. Welcome to Via Right. Nice to have you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you Via Right. So I'm going to play the little piece of me dancing, and then we can have the panel come up. All right, we'll have the panel come up after we see me dancing, because somebody was asking, where is that video of me dancing? So I'm going to go ahead and show you where it is. All right, and then I'll bring up Big Time Drum. All right, so can you see my screen, guys? Here we go. This is my YouTube channel. Welcome, Rose McHale and Orwell Ferguson. I am seeing 2 Melissas on my screen. Am I seeing things? You probably are seeing 2 Melissas. Lascious is here as well. But I have a lot of things going on here. A lot of things going on. Let's see. Is everybody else seeing everything correctly? Hello to you, my dear. Hello to you. Is everybody seeing the screen? I'm showing my channel right now, and I'm going to show you how I have my channel set up. So right now, if you are a brand new person to the show, you will see the video that you're watching right now. You'll see the live show if you're brand new. And if you're a first-time visitor to my show, you'll also see the live show happening right now. Uplifting Speaker Nancy is here with us. Rose McHale and Uplifting Speaker Nancy, please click on the link to come over to the YouTube channel. Please, 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 please come over to the YouTube channel. I need you on the YouTube channel. So click the link. It's right there in the chat. Click the link and I will see you here. Rose, I see you there. Please come on over to YouTube. Just click on the link to get to the YouTube channel. I would really, really, really appreciate that so much. All right. So right now I'm showing you my my YouTube channel. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Millissa Jayne, Talk and Tech. We have Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Thought-provoking conversations with a touch of tech. So right now, this is my channel, and this is the video. This is like I put it into a playlist called Favorites. Right? It's called Favorites. So I'm going to play this for you right now. It's only about 5 minutes. I'll just give you the full setup. It's only 5 minutes, so I'll allow you to see this. I hope my audio doesn't let me down. I've been having some audio issues today. Let's see if this will play. Oh no! Oh no! All right, I got to start from the beginning. All right, here we go. Oh, the lead attorney's here. The lead attorney's here. Welcome, welcome, the lead attorney. He's the man. We had the Patreon today. We had the Patreon today, and I got some good tips as always from the lead attorney. So I like to interact, that live interaction, and get my questions answered directly from the man himself. So I want to give you something special today. We're going to have a little bit of dancing because I don't do this very often, but I'm going to get up and dance today. Do you know why? Because I hit my 500. But guess what I'm going to dance to? Guess what it's going to be? I'm actually going to show you. Because every time I hear this song, I love this song. Tell me, guys, do you like the song that Kevin Samuels' theme song? Do you guys like it? Does anybody like Kevin Samuels? That's right, guys. We're gonna dance to Kevin Samuels. We're gonna dance to Kevin Samuels, My Milkshake. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. We're gonna dance to Kevin Samuels' theme song. All right, guys. All right. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna get up and dance, guys. I'm gonna get up and dance. All right, we're gonna dance to Kevin Samuels dance. Oh no! Oh no! Don't say that! Don't say that!
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, the way I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment.
All right. That's enough. That's enough of that. If you want to see the rest, go to my channel and see. You'll see it right there on my channel's homepage. But let's get into it. Let's get into it today, because I believe that this is actually going to be a short video, a short session today. How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling tonight? All right. And also, as soon as I started to play that video, I realized that it was copywritten music, so I don't want to play too much of that. So we'll go from that. All right, here's my guest. Here's my guest tonight. Welcome again, Big Time Drum Mike. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. Always a pleasure to see you, and it's always enjoyable watching you dance.
Oh, well, thank you very, very, very much. Let's see what the people are saying in the chat. Let's see. I just missed it. She's my thunder. How you doing? I think I just saw something. Oh, here it is. I need to catch something to dance with you. I need to catch a plane to dance with you. Princess C, where are you? Where are you, Princess C? Where are you, my dear Princess C? Get it. Let's see. You want to dance with me? You didn't. You just asked. Why didn't you just ask? All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's his name? Jesse Smollett. Smollett.
Sure.
Is it pronounced with the T, or is the T silent? Do you know?
I believe it's with the T.
It's Smollett. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Gary Dixon. How you doing, brother?
Yeah. So let me ask you a question before we get into that big time drum. Why can't I see you on camera?
Let's just put it this way. I'm not exactly dressed, but I can get dressed in the meantime.
I want to see that big smile, man. I want to see that big smile of yours. So if you want,
just for you, I'm gonna put something on. I'll put something on and I'll cam up. So
all right,
just keep talking. Just keep talking.
I'm gonna remove you for a second, man. All right, that's wonderful. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we want, if anybody wants to come up, feel free. Let me just go ahead and drop the invite in the chat one more time. We can have a group discussion tonight, and then also I want to give you a quick tech tip. I was going to give you a quick tech tip as well. How to edit your YouTube's homepage. I was talking to you about YouTube, and I was actually telling the lead attorney about this. So Orel, feel free to come on up if you want to. Is that code for he's just wearing his Speedo? Yay! Yeah, I believe that's he likes to wear his Speedo. I think he loves to wear his Speedo, and just only his Speedo. Say, She Stole My Thunder. Welcome, She Stole My Thunder. Welcome, Orel. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get into a bit of a discussion about the Jesse Smollett case, but I also want to talk about one other thing as well. Now, anybody in the chat, you're familiar with as they call him the Godfather, Kevin Samuels, right? He can be a little bit brash. He can be a little bit hard, harsh as far as his delivery when he's talking to people on his channel. He's got over 1 million people on his channel. He's doing a lot of things for men, for women, singles, you know, a lot of good advice. And, you know, like I said, it comes off a little brash sometimes, but his message is really getting through to a lot of people. His message is really changing people's lives. So last night on his channel, he spoke about this video that he did a year ago. The video is called Average at Best. Average at best. He's talking about women who are average at best. But since that video, a year later, last night he was asking, well, how has that video helped you in your life now since watching it? And a lot of women have said that this video has changed their lives for the better. They're getting better relationships. They're having better they're meeting people, getting married. They're having better married relationships, better, you know, boyfriend girlfriend relationships. So what he's doing is actually really, really working. I haven't seen the video itself, but I'm gonna go watch it. But to know that a video and, you know, this person is really affecting a lot of lives, you know, I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing for our people. It's a good thing so much. Let's just see what we are saying here. Princess C, my baby life, you popped in my mind. Then I thought about our email chat. I wondered how you're doing. Good to see you guys. It's good to see that we are all connected here. We're all connected here in this space. Yeah, I just saw you on TLA. As I was about to start watching, you had just left. All right. The topic today, we're talking about several topics. All right. So we have our friend coming back here. It's got more than his speedo on now. I mean, he might still have his speedo on. We don't know. You know, if you stand up, we might. You ain't say no. I ain't say nothing. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. That's good to see that big, great smile. We appreciate it. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, thank you.
So before we get into the topic, I'm going to just do a little tech tip, and then we'll get into our discussion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the tech tip for today is, now you can organize your YouTube channel and literally have anything you want to appear like wherever you want it. You can literally place things where you want it. So right now, let me just refresh this page. Right now, when I'm live, I have this live video. This is what's live right now, this Talk and Tech. And again, like I said, a new person who's coming to the stream will see the live stream right now. Now, once the stream is over, you're only going to see one thing here. A person visiting the show will just see this one thing. It'll be the same thing. All right. But now, below, I have a list of playlists. Right. I have this playlist. I have my tech tips playlist. I have my talk, wealth, relationships, and tech playlist, and I have my health and fitness playlist, and I have another playlist at the bottom there. And you can arrange how you do that, and it's quite simple. You just click on Customize Channel. All right, and when you customize the channel, these first two areas here, the video spotlight. I'm not sure if you can see everything clearly. Just make it a little bit bigger. All right, the video spotlight, it says here, the channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed. All right, so somebody coming to your channel for the first time who has not subscribed, this is what they'll see. So literally, you could have a video saying, please subscribe, right? You could say, welcome to my channel. Could be an intro video, could be whatever you want. All right, or like this is what I was trying to say to the lead attorney. You could have that video that has gone, you know, semi-viral, that he gave us a demonstration about on Tuesday. He could have that video right there in this position. So people who have not subscribed will see that video that you want to draw attention to. All right. Now, for people that are returning to your subscribers who are returning, you don't necessarily want to give them an intro video because chances are they've seen your intro video, right? But you could highlight something that you really want them to see. A returning subscriber, for example, I will give my returning subscribers a chance to see that dancing video, right? Because I know that they may have missed it and they might want to see it again. And that's what's going to be the feature for the next week. All right. So that's how you can kind of manipulate what people see as soon as they come to your channel. All right, guys, just drop me a number one if you like the idea of how you can be very specific about what people see when they first come to your channel. All right. And to do that, all you need to do is click on the options and say change video. Right. So change video here. And this is going to show all of your videos. So again, as somebody who hasn't subscribed yet, I might show them one video. I might show, let's say I had an intro video. I might show them the intro video here. All right. Right now, I'm not going to change anything. But on the one the featured video for returning subscribers, I'm going to click the little thing here, change video. And this is where I'm going to show my dancing video. Where is it now? Where is it gone? Oh, there it is. There is it. Right. Why the lead attorney has me dancing. All right. So I've changed that and I can publish it. I'm not going to publish it just yet. I want to show you a few other things. All right. Now the featured sections. And remember I was telling you about all the playlists that I have showing. You can have any of your playlists shown here and you can order them yourself by just moving them down to reorder them in whatever order you want. All right. So right now I want to have my live now as my first video. And then I want to have my favorite, which is me dancing again, as my second playlist. And I might add some more playlists, some more videos to that playlist. And then I'll have my tech tips as my next playlist. I could actually remove this one. This is upcoming streams. I don't have anything there. I'll do that later. And then you can order all of your playlists on your home page. But you can even do more than that. You could add a section. Click on add a section right here. And then you can either upload, you can have shown on the home page videos or popular videos, your short videos, your past live streams, a single playlist, which is what I have here, any created playlist. You can even have multiple playlists shown on the home page, as well as your subscriptions and featured channels. So you can do quite a lot with your home page and customize it to the way you want it. Once you've done that, just click on your publish and you'll see your changes effective when you go back to your channel. Just refresh your channel. Sometimes it might take a little while to refresh. There we go. Might take a little while for things just to kick in. All right. But there you have it. That's the tech tip for today. My Vivid Life says, yes, I use this feature too. Of course, My Vivid Life has an awesome channel. Go check her out. And if you are also a YouTuber and you use your customized channel, just drop a number 2 in there if you use that feature to change up your homepage from time to time. Do you do that? Do you use it? Do you use it big time, Mike?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that we were talking about that when the lead attorney came on, because I was telling him that I use that same feature to gain the views. And, even though, Lee reluctantly was like, well, he thought that was annoying, but that was just simply his opinion, and that's fine. But what I can tell you is when I've looked at my analytics, I can definitely see it makes a huge difference. And speaking of, so I wanted to talk about this since we're talking about tech and things like that about YouTube, right? So I remembered when you sent me the email with the playlist for quite a few
Mm.
YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened it up, not a problem, and played it, right? And I said to you, okay, I'm gonna, for a week, I'm going to try what you're talking about. So what I did was this. I screenshot my analytics that very day, just
Mm-hmm.
so I could see that's the number at that
Right.
present moment that I'm
Yep.
starting this.
Yep.
And I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do this for a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if it
Mm-hmm.
makes a difference. So I think it was like the fourth or the fifth day.
Mm.
And I hope you don't mind me being transparent, by the way.
Yeah. I was going to talk about it myself too.
Yeah. So Frank Gooden writes, in the email chain and says he noticed that it's not 100% effective
Mm-hmm.
because he noticed
Mm.
that he's missing the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks as though, you know, um, I guess if YouTube sees certain activities,
Mm.
they get in there and they audit like right away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They may not be able to catch everything, but they do audit. And so once he said that, I said, okay, I'll wait till a week. I looked at my analytics and I noticed what he's saying. Some of it is true, some of it is not. Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
So here's how I measure this whole thing, if it works or not. Okay. So if you go into your settings, right, and you click monetization, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and for those of you who are not monetized, that section can clearly tell you if the views are working and if they're not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I looked on there and I noticed that with the monetization, I only had I think about 20 views that got reported. However, the analytics is saying that I had about 1,000. So I'm like, wait a minute, something is not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read what the monetization is measuring as far as what they count as a view, they clearly say it's public views, right?
Okay.
In other words, they've watched this video from start to finish.
Okay.
But here's what I think they should say that I think that counts is it's not just watching the videos, it's the interaction. Like
Right.
in other words, you watch it like a normal person would watch it. You don't just put on the playlist,
Right.
and let's say you have a playlist of 19 and by the fifth video you like it, which is kind of normal, and then maybe two other videos you might comment, and so forth and so forth. In other words, something that shows, okay, what would the average normal person would do in a scenario like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it seems to me that when YouTube did the audit, they noticed people are just playing the playlist and they're just like, okay, well, we're just playing the playlist. We put it on mute, forget it, and let this thing run so that the person gets the views.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what YouTube is catching on to, even though they don't catch on everything, but I think that's what they're catching on to. So, so I just wanted to, bring that up, and I just wanted to see what is your thoughts on that, and how has that worked for you? What's effective? What's not?
Sure.
What's your thoughts?
So I'm glad you brought this up because I was meaning to bring it up and I kept on forgetting. But so just to give a bit of background to everybody that's listening who may not have who may not know exactly what we're talking about. So we're all in this community, and we're all trying to help. We're all trying to grow our channels, and we're all trying to get to monetization. Now, of course, you have to get at least 1,000 people subscribe, and
Right.
you also have to have 4,000 hours. Now, 4,000 hours to little YouTubers like us, that's a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we came up with this little plan. I know that YouTube is not listening to me, so it's whatever, right? they're not picking
You're not the
this up.
first, and you won't be the last.
YouTube, yeah, I thought I was coming up with an original idea, a really
Right.
creative, idea, which
Right,
also
right, right.
wealth engineering kind of co-signed on it. And I think
Mhm,
a couple
mhm,
of people
mhm.
in our community have thought, yeah, it's a good idea.
Right, right,
So what
right.
we decided to do was to create playlists with
Mhm,
lots of different videos on it, a lot of hours of watch time, and
mhm.
then we would all play each other's playlists. But we
Right.
went a step further. We actually created an email with all the links to all the links to the playlist. So just for organization,
Mhm.
and we sent it around to about five or six people, and we all
Yeah.
started to play each other's playlists. Now at the beginning, I also recorded. I have my sheet here. I also
Mhm.
recorded what how many hours I had when we started, and I
Right.
think we had when we started I had like 318, for example,
Mhm.
318 watch hours. I think it was, yeah, and then the next day
Excuse me a
I
second. By the way, now when you're saying that, is that the watch hours that YouTube is reporting, or is it monetization possible hours? Because we need
oh,
to
okay.
distinguish two analytics.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. So, um, okay. So 854 public watch hours is on my
Right.
monetization section. So I'm actually doing better than
Right.
I thought. I'm actually
Good.
doing better than I
Beautiful.
thought. Wow. That's not
Right.
bad. All right. So
Right.
what I was actually, and I'll actually show this because I was just looking at my screen.
Right.
I was actually looking initially at somewhere else, which I'll come to in a minute. But let me just make this a bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So you just put me onto some game here. This is what it says
Yeah.
under monetization. It says 854 public watch hours,
Exactly.
4,000
Right.
required. All right, and as you can see, in my
Right.
subscribers, I have 567. So I'm a little bit over halfway on that. But this
Yep.
is where
Beautiful. Beautiful.
this is where I was looking initially. I was just looking at my dashboard, right? And on my
Yeah. And
dashboard,
then go to your analytics.
yeah, no, this is where I was going.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just see. So we're teaching each other here, big time drum. I
Yeah.
was only looking at this number, right? This is
Right.
344.
But that's in the last 28 days.
Ah, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Didn't even
Yeah.
notice that.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you go to your
Lovely.
analytics, right? If you go to your
Yes.
analytics, you can break it down to all-time year. You could break it down
Right.
to the last 7 days. You can break it down however you want.
Right. 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 So I'm glad you brought that to my attention because now I feel excited now. I feel excited for this 854. I'm almost at 1,000, guys. I'm almost at 1,000 hours. That's really
That's
kind of
awesome, though.
that's really given me some encouragement
Right.
to go further. Now let me just ask a quick question in the chats. You guys who are not yet monetized. If you're not yet monetized, how many hours do you have? She stole my thunder. What she says? I just have under 2,800. Oh, you go,
Beautiful.
girl. You
Beautiful.
go. She's almost there. I keep getting
But
stuck just under
see,
two.
but to her credit, she cranks out, videos very often. So that's
Yeah.
right.
So
Right.
I wonder how much before the billions has got. Because he's
Oh,
just let's
oh yeah, yeah,
also
yeah,
give a
yeah,
big
yeah.
congratulations to him. He's just hit his 1,000 mark as well. So
Oh yeah. Well,
he's either
he's way
monetized
past that.
or very close.
Oh, he's way past it. Because if you
Yeah.
look at his watch hours, he already has videos that has 1K and things like that. So he's way past that. Yeah.
So he must be
Mhm.
then he must be monetized. Let me just go and check. Let's go and check if he is live right now. And then before the billion, got it right,
Mhm.
billions.
So here's my question: Is do you think the strategy overall
Oh,
works,
yeah.
and would
So
you
yeah, let's get
continue
back
with
to that.
it? Yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, so anyway, the second day I noticed a big jump up, and then the next day I noticed that it gone back to a lower number again. So
Uh-huh.
again,
Mm-hmm.
so Frank said, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? He noticed the same thing, and
Yeah.
I just thought it was me. I just didn't get a chance to respond to the email, but
Right.
I decided I wouldn't play the list anymore. And he also suggests that we don't continue with this plan. The plan was foiled. The plan didn't work, and
Right. Right.
and we'll look for some other alternative, But yes, you're
Right.
right. YouTube probably cut and done to what was going with their robots, with their AI, because I'm sure that nobody's
Mm-hmm.
touching little old
Mm-hmm.
us. But
Mm-hmm.
they cut and
Mm-hmm.
done, and it wasn't really an effective plan. So no, I wouldn't continue with that. I definitely wouldn't continue. I would just
Right.
try to um, be generic, let it happen generic,
Yeah.
in the right way that they expect us it to happen, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Because
he
as
says
I
that
don't know if
you're
you
on.
know this.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but usually right around December is when they do their audits.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question that you for you though. I don't know if you know this. Um, so it's you need 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. So when do they count the year to year? Is it from January to December, or is it
I believe
a
so.
year? So
I
that
believe
means
so.
in January we've got to get another 4,000 from scratch. Is that right?
Well, okay, here's the impression I get, right? Because if you look at my analytics, right, from 1 year, I have way over 4,000 easily.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
But how many
Because,
subscribers do you have?
well, as of current, let me just tell you exactly. I think it's like 406.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's like 406. But however, what I'm saying is, what I find interesting about it is this. Like, for example, I have this one video. Um, I actually have two videos
Uh-huh.
of when I showed London Carnival
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I showed Trinidad Carnival, right?
yeah.
And those two videos, and ironically enough, I didn't even put no promotion behind it, zero. However, you know, at the time, I did put all sorts of hashtags relating to it and put well enough description, da 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 da. And somehow, and right around the time that I posted it was right around the time things was happening. And so with those two videos, they're also in playlists of
Hmm.
other YouTubers, and as
Ah,
well as
nice.
yeah, 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 and as well as suggested videos, all
That's
these
an
things that
idea.
yeah, 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 in as well as YouTube has also suggested it. Okay,
Okay.
and the watch hours alone is well over 4,000.
So that's for
Yeah,
this year, or like you said again.
yeah, 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 yeah,
When
yeah. That's just yeah. Because what I've noticed is that in the analytics, it's showing that the video I think averages at least maybe 20 to 30 views per year. maybe.
So here's the question to you then. If you had 1,000 subscribers, you'd be monetized this year. But
Oh, absolutely.
since you're saying that the year is going to start again, or possibly, you're not definitively, it's going to possibly start again from scratch on, let's say, January 1.
Right.
That means it's going to wipe out your subscriber number, and then you'll have to start again. Is that?
No, no.
It's not going to do that.
No, because remember, with YouTube, the whole rules and regulations have changed. Whereas before, all of the numbers that I had at that time would have counted, no problem. But because of the whole rules and the regulations have changed, since they implemented it, they've started it from that time.
Oh, okay.
So what they're counting now is what watch hours that you have that according to them is legitimate.
Oh, okay.
Not according to you, it's according to them. It's that type of thing, right? It's that type of thing, right?
Okay.
Because here's another thing, right? Because I give example, like one time I did this also as an experiment where I played my shorts playlist, right? And I would play this for like 4 days in a row. Okay, in other words, this was continuous, 4 days in a row.
Right.
In the analytics, it shows up that the views got counted.
All right.
But as far as the monetization is concerned, they're saying that doesn't count.
That don't count. Yeah. They probably saw that. Yeah. Got you.
No. In other words, because if you look on there, right, and if you click the question mark in case you want to find out what they consider what counts and what doesn't count, in the question mark it says to them whatever's considered public hours, that's considered a view, right? What's not counted is if you play a short or some sort of story or anything like that. That's not even counting. That's
not counted. Yeah, right. You're right. So especially
if you click if you see
what counts as public watch hours, only valid watch hours from currently public videos count towards YPP eligibility. Right. Videos played from the stories and short videos shelf or as part of an ad campaign are not included for YPP eligibility. All right, so I could actually go ahead and read more, and I'll take care of that. I'll read some of this stuff later and get a fuller understanding on that. Okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
give a big shout out to DJ Smooth. DJ Smooth, how you doing, my friend? I know that you might have some challenges, but I've looked if you could come over to YouTube, DJ Smooth. That would be nice. All right, so you gave me an idea there.
Sure.
Talked about a playlist. What if this is another idea? If we made some playlists that included other people's videos, and just see what happens. It's not no big plan or anything like what we did before.
The whole idea is this, right? The whole idea, or at least this is the impression I get, and I could be wrong. Okay, I think aside from even if you did that, again, to YouTube, it has to seem like, a real person is watching this.
Yeah. What I mean is, I'm not talking about doing the whole playlist again. But just compiling some favorite videos. I'll compile a video of one of yours, one of
we can try
for the billions, one of
I'll try
and not do anything necessarily with it, but just compile it and have it on your channel. We're not trying to play it over and over again like we did before. We're not going to try that, mate. That doesn't work. But
I will say this.
What I mean is, so that if your stuff gets discovered, then maybe it'll lead to something to mine. Or if
Yeah,
my
yeah,
stuff gets
yeah,
stubborn, it might lead to She Stole
yeah.
My Thunders, that kind of
Correct.
effect.
But I will say this, right? That it can work, only because, like I said, when I notice in the analytics, they don't catch everything. So obviously you see that it's getting there, but it's not 100%, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Got you, got you. All right, so
Mhm.
we can try that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
All
not a
right,
problem.
so how are we doing, guys, in the chat room? How are we doing? What's the connection like? I know I got to do something about my connection, because I can still see that my connection is unstable. I
Uh-oh,
never used to
struggle
have this.
streaming?
I never used to have this problem like until like 2 weeks ago. So
Right.
I'm gonna have to call up my phone company to find out what is going on. But you guys in the chat room, let us know, how are you enjoying the stream so far. We're not gonna go very very long tonight. Um,
Okay.
but we're just going to, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock right now. We're gonna go for at least another 30 minutes, if that. I know it's late for you in the UK, so I'm not gonna
That's fine.
be
You know me.
be so rude and keep you up so late. I felt kind of guilty
I'm a
before.
night owl.
um, so how is it going so far, you guys? She started on a great show. What is the quality like? Are you getting buffering? How is the sound? Just let us know a
Oh,
few
the
things
sound's
like,
solid.
yeah.
It's just the visuals. It's stable, and then there's times
Then it's
where
not.
it's a little unstable. But for the most part, as far as your audio, you're pretty solid.
Okay. So Marcia says, welcome, Marcia. You almost brought me to tears tonight. You almost did.
Uh-oh.
No, we're having a meeting, and she said something that was very very emotional. So,
Okay,
Marcia,
okay, okay.
let me know what time you're going to be up tonight. I'm going to call you after I come off of this thing tonight. Connection has been wonky. Let me just put these up. Connection has been wonky on my end as well, so don't worry about things too much. No, I have to worry, because I want things to be perfect. Who was I talking
Of
about?
course.
Was about that? Was it you? Was it with you? Yeah, it was with you. I want to do the best that I can, and if it's not, then you know what I mean. We were talking about that
Mm-hmm,
earlier this
mm-hmm,
week.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So how are you guys enjoying so far? We only have a couple of people in here tonight. Um, Next week we're gonna, hopefully next week I'm gonna have a special guest as well, that I'm gonna plan for. I need to start planning my shows. But I just want to say this. I just want to say this, guys. Um, the end of the year is kind of winding down, and I'm not really doing anything major this year. But the beginning of the year, things are going to really ramp up. So I hope you'll just bear with me. We're going to be really ramping up at the beginning of the year. But I'm not saying that I'm just going to stop the shows. I'm doing the shows, but by the time January comes around, it's going to be fire, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fire. Uh, we're here. All right. All right. So we talked about YouTube. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
the numbers. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Samuels a little bit, and we also talked. Let's talk about the Jesse Smollett. Let's talk about
Yeah,
Jesse Smollett.
yeah, sure.
Now, can you give us an update? Because you said that he was actually charged. He was actually
Yeah,
found guilty on
on
five
five
counts.
counts.
I
Right,
think
on five
somebody said
counts.
5 counts out of 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what do you
Mm-hmm.
know? What do you know?
Well, from what I read and from what I saw, um, he was charged on 5 counts, and so obviously he's found guilty.
Mm,
As far as sentencing,
mhm.
my prediction is going to be he's going to do some sort of time. Um, of course, there's going to be probation, community service, and a fine. That's more than obvious.
Yeah.
But I think the main question for everybody is he going to serve time? And from what I'm seeing, it looks as though that's what's going to take place. How much time he's going to be serving, that's yet to be seen.
Right.
Because he has to go. He'll have to go into to sentencing, and then the judge will order from there what they deem is a fair assessment for his sentencing.
Right.
But let me ask you this: would you be surprised if the judge went as far as to say, we're going to give you a total of 2 years of sentencing, and in the 2 years, 1 year of prison, and then the rest would be community service, things like that.
Like probation type of thing.
Right. And then once he's completed that, he's done. Would you be surprised if the judge took it that far?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, because, you know, they're so unpredictable in how they deal, the courts deal with people. You know? But, I don't necessarily feel that he deserves to go to prison. I mean, yes, he did lie to authorities, and it's very, very serious. And what I said on the lead attorney is that, you know, he should get a big fine. I don't even know what is like the norm for a crime like that. You know, I said a couple of $1 million. I don't know if that's exorbitant or what, but you know, can a judge fine you $2 million? You know, I don't know, but
I think he can only fine that kind of money unless he thinks it's reasonable within your earnings,
your means,
your means, right? Because I mean, for example, but however, even though there are certain exceptions, only because not just the nature of the crime, but also, as you said, it's the people that was involved with that had to take out the time to try to figure this out. You know, it's the police, it's this, it's that, it's all, you know, it's everything that it took. And so, you know, the fine is just a way of saying, well, you know, you need to compensate all of this.
Right.
Okay. And so like, I give example, like in the case of George Zimmerman, for example, right? George Zimmerman clearly, you know, with the fine that he got, couldn't afford, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Couldn't afford it. Come on, let's be real.
Right.
However, he had a lot of people that backed him. A lot of money, you know what I mean? So the judge, you know, also observed that he had the means.
Ah, okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why he said the figure that he said, and he just, you know, paid the fine, even though he personally couldn't pay it because George ain't got that kind of money. That's, you know, no, but he had the means.
Yeah. But as far as Jesse Smollett, what do you think his career is going to be like? Let's just say, for example, that he serves some time,
right,
6 months, a year, whatever, and then he does his community service. He pays his fine. So let's just say 2 years from now, all of that has been taken care of. What do you think his career is going to be like? Let's just predict.
Yeah. Based on what I've seen with his career so far, I don't think he would be able to do the kind of roles, and also his net worth would be pretty low. So, and another thing that obviously he shot himself in the foot with is
For sure.
with the LGBTQ plus community. He definitely shot himself in the foot with that one.
Yeah.
And in the entertainment business, that's probably the one place you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot with, because it's very unforgiving. So you can only imagine with Dave Chappelle that, even though that's kind of a halfway fight, because he's got the supporters on the one end and he has the non-supporters on the other end. But at the same time, Netflix is backing him up, saying, hey, listen, y'all can have that argument all day if you want, but we back him up because the numbers is telling us something
exactly
completely different from what you're all saying. So
right, I mean, Dave Chappelle's made millions and millions of dollars for Netflix, so they're going to back him. Justice Smollett, and here's my question as well: is why do you think that he even did it? I mean, his career wasn't that bad. I mean, he was a big star on Empire, and even though it might have been in its fourth or fifth season, it wasn't about to close, was it? I mean, I don't even know what the history was, why he would feel that he even had to pull a stunt like this. And he was also a musician, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't he a singer as well? So I don't think that his career was that bad that he would have to pull a stunt like this. Maybe he was his publicity manager.
Well, here's the issue is that, and I know I've spoken about this on The Lead Attorney, and we've touched upon this, but I'll touch upon it here as well. Unfortunately, in the entertainment business, controversy will always sell, right?
That's true.
And unfortunately, the bigger the story, the bigger the exposure. Okay. Unfortunately for Jesse, this was a stunt that completely went wrong, and at the same time backfired very badly.
Right. He got a lot of attention, but it was the completely wrong attention that it got, because it actually was criminal regards. But let me just read this as well. She Stole My Thunder says, there are few actors who can manage to get away with naughty behavior. Hugh Grant and Dave Chappelle are two that said things that managed to still have good careers. You know what? There are quite a few people that are celebrities that, even though they've done let's look at the lady that does the cooking. What's her name again? Martha Stewart. She served time. She served time, and there's another one there's another celebrity who had some sort of scandal with regard to putting their children through college. I forgot her name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but regardless, they survive after they've had these scandals. So it just depends. I mean, he may be okay. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, but again, this is why I say it backfired badly, because he shot himself in the foot. Agreed. With the one community, that is very strong and that was on his side for a while. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he put out the narrative when this all happened, that the fact that he was a gay man and this is why they attacked him. And then guess what? Once he said that, the LGBTQ came running very fast.
Yep.
Very fast.
That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
And they backed him up to the T, right? Unfortunately,
Okay,
um,
so first gen corporate is saying Laurie Loughlin from Full House. Yes, that was the woman who did some scandal with the name sounds it sounds like there's somebody else that I'm thinking about, but yeah.
mhm.
Thanks for being here, first gen corporate. Really appreciate that. Um and yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's
Yes,
okay.
the woman from Full House, um but she didn't have a big career. She's just known. It's her husband that has the big career. Her husband is an actor.
Mhm, mhm,
Oh, yeah, I think her husband is the actor. She's
mhm,
known
mhm.
for that one show. That's it, at least from the general public. I believe it's her husband that is the big name, where that's concerned.
Right.
Um,
But
could
let's
always
let's 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 keep things in perspective, right?
okay.
Because the difference between Laurie and Jesse was that Jesse, at the time when everything was happening, was very relevant.
I know.
Laurie was not relevant.
I exactly.
You know,
I
so
know.
so so you have to look at those two factors. That the fact that she wasn't relevant at the time that it's happening, it's not going to be the same. Um, shall we say, it's not going to be looked at the same as with a Jesse Smollett, because
Mhm.
Jesse Smollett was very relevant and active at the time this was happening,
Okay,
right?
here we go. Yeah. Actually, carry on. Sorry. Go
Yeah, yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. So with okay, with Laurie, you're talking years after the fact.
Mhm.
You know that you know it's almost like saying um oh god, I just had the saying in my head. Um what's that saying? It's almost like saying here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. There'll
Um,
be a new story in a couple of and
it'll come to me. It'll
in
come
a
to
couple
me.
of
But
years time. It's like your 5 minutes of fame. Your 5 minutes of
right,
fame, or it's
right,
it's a
right,
hot topic for now. In 2 years, 2 3 years time, in 2 or 3 years, once this is all blown over, as far as whatever sentencing he has,
right,
whenever it's blown over, he
right,
will probably be able to recover. Maybe he comes out with an amazing album, or maybe he comes up with something that's new, and people will rally again around him. There's
right.
been many
But it
celebrities
really,
who
but again, it really depends on how well he recovers.
he was
You know,
loved.
once it's all said and done.
Hmm.
Because and that's what I was trying to say. The difference between Laurie and Jesse is that Laurie, it's not like everybody's talking about her at this current moment.
And that's why
So
that's
it
why
so
go ahead.
so in a way, it's looked at as okay, this is just a one-off. Who cares?
Yeah.
Back to business. Got it? Jesse, because he's current, this is a huge deal, and not only a huge deal because of what he did, it's a huge deal because it involved the LGBT community,
True. True.
right? And because it involved them, and they're the ones that came to bat for him, you know, and since it has all unfolded, now they're like, oh my God, you just embarrassed us because we're
That's
the ones that came to bat for you, right? So now that they feel, oh my God, you know, we wish we never said anything because we look stupid now,
Yeah.
right?
It's backfired in so many different ways.
Right.
First Gen Corporate says Justice career is over, relegated to D movies or reality TV.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Yep.
it'll
Yep.
be interesting because look at, I mean, he was a pretty decent star before all this happened. But let's
Yeah.
look at Robert Downey Jr. Says First Gen. Robert Downey Jr.'s bad guy turned good, turned good thanks to Iron Man. So I would say, you know, just see that there is some hope for him. Once it blows over, we'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what it comes with. You know, he might get an awesome role. He might make some awesome music, and people will forgive. People's memories are kind of short too. People will say, you know what,
Right.
that
It
was a
really
while ago.
depends.
There's something
Right.
that's bigger that's happening that they're
Right.
gonna
It
rally
really
around.
depends. It really depends.
The masses love controversial people, says Via
Oh,
Rice.
absolutely,
So
absolutely,
it's so true, and
absolutely.
that's and actually that brings it even back to YouTube, our YouTube channels. The YouTube channels that have the most controversy are the
Yeah.
ones that are growing the faster. You know, controversy and all that. Look, take the lead attorney and Suzette Speaks. And Suzette Speaks, you know, that little escapade, that little you know, back and forth was amazing for Suzette Speaks.
Okay.
Hold on, she had about 400 subscribers, probably 300,
And
400
she
subscribers
surpassed it like
before
instantly.
it all started, and now she's
Yeah.
at maybe 3,500.
Yeah.
So
But okay, and that's a perfect
it's
example.
controversy. It's controversy. It's stuff
And
that
that's
what
a
makes
perfect example.
exactly.
All right. And so that's the
So
very
I
thing.
gotta go do something scandalous in order to get my channel to grow.
Be careful.
I
But
know. Be careful what you wish
right.
for.
No, but okay. And I'm glad we're talking about this, right?
Okay, hold the thought for 1 second. Hold that thought. Hold it tight. Right
Go for it.
now, I want to say goodbye to my Facebook people. If you're listening on Facebook, come on over to YouTube because we're gonna continue this chat on YouTube. All right. So I want to thank you on Facebook, but we're gonna continue on YouTube. I'm gonna cut you off right now, and we're gonna continue with your thought. Um, big time drum. Just give me 1 second to just do this, and
Okay.
I'm hoping that you're holding your thought and don't forget it, because sometimes we stop
Yep,
and we
yep.
forget our thoughts. Let's just remove this. Let's get rid of Facebook. Goodbye to you, Facebook. And we'll continue on YouTube only. Yes, your thought.
Right. So here's my thought, and I remember talking to lead attorney about this a while ago. Right. I said to the lead attorney, a lot of the reason why his channel is growing is because aside from him being an attorney, which gives him an edge, whether or not he wants to admit it, okay, is that he talks about things from a lawyer's perspective. And because he's talking about things from a lawyer's perspective, it brings about challenge, right? So that's why you notice, you know, every time he talks about certain people, it seems as though he attracts the very person that he's talking about, and they come up there on his panel, and it just,
it's crazy, right?
Right. Like okay, like give example, right? Like it seems as though lead lately has been having a lot of exclusives.
Yeah.
You know, like he'll talk about whoever it is. Like for example, when he talked about April Mason.
Yeah.
Guess what happens?
It comes up on the screen.
And he had the exclusive.
And he knows so many people that somebody probably said, "Do you know who somebody's talking about you right now? You can get over there."
Right.
You know?
But
so he's big. He's just
but
big.
there's a but to this.
What's that?
If April Mason's people reached out to April Mason and said, "Big time drummer Millissa is talking, you know, about you," she wouldn't come up. Come on, let's get real.
I know.
Let's get real.
That's why I'm saying that he has some weight. He's a big time attorney.
Right.
20 years attorney.
But that's the point that I'm making.
Who are we?
Right, but that's the point that I'm making. The fact that he's an attorney, that's the edge that he has.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
So of course, people are gonna want to go up there and try to either set the record straight or whatever it is that they feel like, oh man, this is an attorney, so let me make sure that my I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Because if it was us, that's just opinion.
Let's explore this a little. Let's explore this a little bit then, because
sure.
we're still here. We want to learn from what the lead attorney is doing in every aspect for our channels. Before I say this, let me give a big shout out to Novelty fellows in the house. She's an international recording, multi-award winning recording artist. Has a Christmas song just out right now, I believe.
Awesome.
Under the Hopeton Lindo recording label,
nice.
I think. So big shout out to you, Novelty, and my team as well. First Gen says some people try to debate legal issues with TLA. It's laughable, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely laughable.
But again, right.
He's the biggest. He can argue anything, and in the way he does it is so classy. He'll just look at you, stone cold face, and then he'll just go in, man. He's just brilliant. He's just brilliant. So, Irie Pen label.
Okay.
1 second. This is Novelty. Just that's the label that she's under, the Irie Pen label. For that.
Send a link. I would like to hear it. Send a link.
Yeah. Let me send me the link. Send me the link to that song, Novelty, on WhatsApp. Thanks a lot, because we talk almost every day.
Okay.
My good friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, let's explore this a little bit. So
sure.
The lead attorney is a big time lawyer, right?
Yeah.
I'm just a little old me. I'm no big thing. But you now, let's talk about you for a little bit. I think we need to spotlight you one day. I mean, a full expose.
Sure.
You've worked. You're a full-time musician. You've played with some of the greats.
Yes.
The last time we spoke, you name dropped some big hitters. Now you may be able to use that as leverage to help you to stand out. Just like how the lead attorney has his 20-year legal career. You might be able to leverage some of your connections that you've had in order to help you to grow your channel. Have you thought about that at all?
I've thought about it, but and I can only speak for my experience so far, what I've observed. All right, and this is not right or wrong. I'm just saying here's what I've observed. Okay. So, and this is why I'm trying to just make the point about talking about the lead attorney versus, you versus me versus whomever, right? The point I was trying to go with this is that the reason why lead attorney is growing is because, again, he has an edge that he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And anytime he's going to talk about what's happening currently, he's not only going to give you his personal opinion, he's giving it to you from a lawyer's opinion, which has a big edge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that creates a load of curiosity by default, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you don't hear that very often.
Right. Now, whereas me, and this is not a diss, but this is just the reality of it. My channel is solely based on music. So it's not like one of those topics that becomes at the top ranking, unless if you have a song or something that you've done that's hitting the analytics. And even if it hits the analytics, there comes a point where it comes down and you're back to square one. And unless you have built up your own, shall we say, audience, and they're pretty much loyal to you, then okay, great, right? But even with that, it takes a good while. It's almost like saying you're one video away from something just exploding, and then it brings in more people, it tapers down, and then here we go again. You see?
Well, listen, we're all in the same boat, but let's listen to what First Gen Corporate says. Big time. For instance, you can speak on Travis Scott concert or give your opinion on Grammys, maybe Drake withdrawal. Those hot topics will get you hits. So topical things that's happening in the
Yeah,
music
I
in the
actually do have
music
a video.
industry, because
Yeah,
you're in the
yeah,
music industry. That's
yeah.
where you have to draw. And now for me, I got some bigger challenges, but uh, we've got to, you know, if we want to grow, if we want to really take this to the next level, we have to be creative. We're going to have to think out of the
Right,
box, right?
right, right.
And
Well, to be
try to.
honest, right, to be honest, I did do a video speaking on the Travis Scott, and it did fairly well. I will say that it did fairly well, right? But again, when you look at the analytics tells a lot, because what's happening is you see that the people who are interested in that subject, they come over and they watch the video. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is it does not translate into subscribers. What it translates into is curiosity, and that's it. Done.
Yeah.
That's it. Done.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And anytime I've done those type of things, here today, gone tomorrow. And to be perfectly honest, I could do that, but I'm not trying to necessarily highlight myself and my brand as someone who's going to do reactions, someone who's going to do this, only because this is just my view on it, right? The thing with when you do reactions, it's strictly your opinion, right?
Yeah. True.
And
True.
right, and the problem sometimes with it is that it can get lost in the sauce with who feels what you said is gospel versus the people who feels like, oh, that's nonsense,
Mm.
or they want to challenge,
Mm.
right? And especially if you have someone who wants to challenge your talking points, but when you look at what they're challenging, you're like, well, wait a minute, how can you say that? And I have the facts in front of me. So what are you talking about? And to be honest, I don't want to necessarily get into that back and forth.
I know exactly what
I
you
really
mean.
don't, to be honest.
I have the same channel challenge, because I don't necessarily want to get caught up in all of the gossip
Right.
and the controversy and
Right.
so forth. So it's
Right.
kind of like deciding how badly we want this monetization. What are we prepared to do for it, right?
Right.
How far are we prepared to go for it? So
Right.
let me just read a couple of more of these.
Sure.
Bushy Prepper, welcome, Bushy Prepper. Good to have you with us. You will find people who like what you're doing. That's very,
absolutely.
very true.
Absolutely.
First Ed also says you can do music commentary on hot albums, sales, and music reactions, news. Bushy says, don't get paralyzed by the analytics. Interesting.
No, it wasn't. No, that it wasn't about getting paralyzed by the analytics. The point of me bringing that up was to just show you, does me going there work or not? And it works, but the window is very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, if the point is I'm doing these reactions to the hot topics and the this and the that, okay, I can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've noticed, because of the brand that I'm trying to create, it doesn't translate into subscribers, because my brand is based upon three things: me playing as a drummer, life myself as a drummer, writing songs, producing songs. That's my brand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something I've noticed with YouTube is they want to see that you're consistent on whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it pays off, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it means for me that slow and steady wins the race, I'll take it. That's fine,
Okay,
because
that's fine.
I want to be consistent with the brand. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want to get into something because it's going to bring me this and it's going to bring me that.
Yeah.
You know, and especially if, for me, it really is not something that I'm passionate about.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know,
I know what you mean.
and the only, and to be honest, the only reason why I talked about the Travis Scott situation, only because I was speaking from myself as a musician, and you know, the other side of it that the general public doesn't see. In other words,
Mhm.
I'm seeing it from how Travis Scott is seeing it. And that's what you don't see. Just like with the lead
Gotcha.
attorney, he is a lawyer. So he's giving you the viewpoints that the general public is not going to see.
That's right.
So just like with the lead
Gotcha.
attorney, he
You
is
have
just like you have a specialty, right? You're going to see things that people don't see.
Mhm.
So you're going to obviously expand and speak on things that are going to open up people's minds in a way to go, I didn't think of that, or I didn't realize there was more to the story, or wait a minute, I didn't know it was this way.
Mhm, mhm.
So you're filling in the holes that wasn't necessarily filled in.
Oh, let me just get a big shout out to Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. Love that title. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to you.
Good channel, by the way.
I gotta check it out some more. I think I started to listen to one video and I didn't get through it. But welcome everyone that's here so far. Welcome everyone. It's good to have you all. So First Gen Corporate says, take Kevin Samuels. I have been watching him before he went massive. Ooh. Once he went viral, all of his older views went up. And that's the same thing that's what you call it, TLA talked about. This is one particular video that wasn't getting any love at all for like months, and then suddenly it started to get love. So you know what? I'm going to stick with, like you said, slow and steady, because at some point something's going to happen that's gonna give you that
and okay, and remember, I just talked about a while ago, I posted a video that was the London Carnival and Trinidad Carnival, and those two to this day are still picking up.
That's great.
Okay,
let's give some more shout outs here. If anybody wants to come up, we're gonna go for another 15 minutes and then we're gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna keep anybody here late tonight. Millissa, if you talk about metaverse and give tutorials, it's a hot topic now. You know what? I'm about to get into that because I've just started studying digital currencies and the whole the whole digital currencies world, and I'm just about to putting something together so that I can actually talk about that intelligently. Like for example, people want to start to purchase what you call it, digital currency. All right. They might not even know the first thing about setting up an account. So I'm going to go from real beginner level and start teaching that. So that's what I'm talking about in January. Which is only like 2 weeks away from now, right? Like three weeks away. I gotta start working on some stuff. But I want to go real basic for those who just need the basic help to get things started. So great advice there, First Gen Corporate. I really appreciate this particular comment, because you're right. You're absolutely right. And I want people to tell me what they want to see as well from me. I have a way of taking something that may seem very complicated and breaking it down in its very simplest form as far as explaining it. So I'm happy to do that.
Right. But the key here I'm trying to say is that you have a brand that, even though you may talk about one or two things that are outside of it, but you don't want to be all over the place neither. You know, the key is to be consistent.
That's right. That's right.
Because we want to know, you know, if I'm coming to see Millissa Jayne, then what is she talking about that she's consistent with? You know, what's going on here?
And
Because
here's the thing.
it doesn't make sense
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you to say, right, it doesn't make sense to say, okay, 1 minute I'm talking about cryptocurrency, NFTs, and how to do all this and da 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 da, right? And you're talking about this in a way to say, okay, here's the focus, you know, of Millissa Jayne, and then, you know, next thing you know, you're talking about hot topics with the news. Next thing you know, you're talking about why is it great to live in London.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you see what I mean?
So this is something, and I'm glad you brought this up. This is something that the lead attorney talked about on his first consultation, his group Q&A,
right,
where I just joined the Patreon that day. Literally that day, he had a Q&A, right. And I said, well, I'm not exactly sure where I need to put my focus, because my past show was a music show. This is before I got into the TLA. His community. My past show was a music show where I would have musicians come up and I would talk about their music, their album, and we'd play their music online. And those kind of videos, I obviously I can't monetize, right? Unless I do whatever needs to be done. I don't want to go in that direction. So I decided, you know what? Let me decide to just focus on technical things. It's going to be social media. It's going to be digital marketing, all of the techie stuff. And my first two, and as you'll see in my playlist, my first like 2 or 3 shows, the whole entire show was talking about how to set up your Instagram, or how to do stories on Instagram. Went deep into that for the entire 2-3 hours, right? And then as we're talking about it, conversations started to occur, and we started talking about some other things as well. But it was primarily the tech stuff. What I realize is that people really don't want so much of the techie. They want to be able to talk, but with the, you know, and I'll just fit the techie in as well. All right. So I'm kind of having to put 2 things together. I'm hoping that it's seamless, so that it's not in 2 completely different directions, you know, because like we're talking about Jesse Smollett, which is kind of like a hot topic. But at the same time, we're talking about how to grow our YouTube channel, right? Which is kind of two opposite things, right? So what would you say to that? Should I just stick to one thing, which is just going to be hot topics, or can I mix the 2 together? In your opinion, this is
okay. In my opinion, I'm sorry. I'm just looking through your channel just to get a better assessment of what I'm about to say here. Okay, so here's what I noticed with your channel. First things first, when you look at the banner, it says you're live, but also you talk. You have talk, and you talk about tech as well, right? But also you do say in your channel, thought-provoking conversations with a touch of tech, right? So you've actually given yourself that window to say, we could talk about anything, but it's with a touch of tech, right? But when you look at your channel, from what I've seen, majority of the videos mainly focus on either how to make YouTube better, some sort of tech, it's what's going to be up there, right? Now, every once in a while, you do have a topic that has nothing to do with tech, which is fine, right? But from what I'm seeing, it's not that far off, because in your banner, you do say you're open to conversation, right? But you've obviously built this thing where it's mainly about tech. Okay. So every once in a while, you'll bring up a subject that you feel, okay, I would like to talk about this. Like, for example, do we need therapy?
Right. Right.
Right.
Mhm.
But even when we had that discussion, do we need therapy? It still falls in line with mainly what your brand is about.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to
You
hear.
see
'Cause
what I
I know
mean?
I still need to refine it a little bit, but I think
That's fine.
I'm hoping that I'm on the right track. I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I am.
yeah. And that's fine because um, now, it'd be a different matter if, let's just say, you're inviting multiple guests to come up, and then because somebody says something and it sounds off, it just creates this controversy at the time, and that you're doing this video. And even though you're the moderator and you're saying, okay, well, look, let's get back to what's the bottom line, and this person still wants to make their point of view, right? But you're trying to allow, okay, well, respectfully, let me get what you're saying, but I want to stick to this, okay? Because
Hold on.
I don't want my channel to go down in a path that it's,
Hold on.
it's not where I'm
Right.
I'm trying to head.
One second. One second. I've
It's
got to
okay.
come back
It's okay.
out and come back in again.
It's okay.
Uh,
Well, while I'm up here, I'm just going to make a quick plug to everybody. Please make sure to subscribe to Millissa Jayne Talk and Tech, okay? And as well as, see right there? Look. Somewhere there, okay? I think it's like right, yeah. I think it's somewhere there. Hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time she uploads a new video, okay? And definitely give it a like, okay? You got to give it a like. Definitely share it with your family and your friends, and as well as leave a comment and let's get the discussion going. So there is my plug for you.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I just had a slight tech issue there.
Okay.
I've been having some issues with my audio, and if the computer like picks up a sound which it
Okay.
hasn't heard for a while, it cuts me out.
I
So
see.
when you clicked your fingers just then, it threw out my sound.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm having some issues, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you for just doing that while I was gone and came back. That shows a good YouTuber. You can think on your feet, man.
Of
Definitely.
course. Thank you.
Um,
But yeah, but the
yeah,
point I'm trying to say is that you have to build your brand in a way to say, this is what it's about. There's nothing wrong with talking about certain subjects every once in a while. But in other words, the majority of it is going to be of this talking point, or I'm showing you this, or I'm eating food, or I'm playing drums.
right.
That's mainly what you're going to see, because whatever it is that I specialize in and I can talk
That's
about and
all
I
you
can
do.
add
Yeah,
value, that's what I'm going to
that's around it.
focus on,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So even though I hear what I forgot the guy's name, I hear what he's saying,
All
but
right. First gen corporate, I believe.
first general, yeah,
Maybe
I hear what
Elizabeth
he's saying.
Holmes trial two, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I hear what he's saying. However, that's not my my brand.
Mhm.
And again, you know, I don't want to necessarily go into the back and forth, because trust me, even when I did the Travis Scott, there was quite a bit of back and forth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
And, personally, I'm like, I don't want to necessarily get into that, whose opinion is the better or the right, or for me, it's not, for me, I'm like, nah, it's not that deep.
right.
You know what I mean? If I'm going to get into that discussion, you know, let it be about something that I'm passionate about.
Yes, right,
Because my
right.
talking points will be a lot better.
Black girl says, you has the magic fingers. Love, I love
Thank
it.
you.
You're right. Don't do it again. You'll throw me out. Yeah, I gotta fix that. All right. So you know what?
Anyways,
You've given some good. Given some good tips and some good food for thought today, and
yeah,
you definitely
thank you.
can do some stuff that's gonna number one improve our channels, especially
Yes.
with I want to try the whole playlist thing, mixing up
Yeah,
our
yeah,
playlist
yeah.
with different people's videos
Yeah,
and
give it
see
a try.
how that looks, because one video will lead to another.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it kind of early tonight before the billions just arrived. Actually,
Salute.
before I do, let me see if before the billions can come up. He's probably streaming himself. He's
Maybe.
probably streaming himself again. Are you streaming right now before the billions? We just look at the live room.
Yeah.
So this is what's live right now. Me, of course. Pocket watching is live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just drop the link in here, if in case anybody else wants to come up real quick. Um, I always wanted to be a drummer, even now.
Sure. I'll do a lesson video for you. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking
Ooh,
about that, by the
that's a
way.
good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. I'm
Let me
gonna
share. Let
start
me
doing
share. I
that, by
wasn't
the
even
way.
sharing. I thought I was sharing. Let me
Yeah.
just go ahead. So I stopped. I'd come out, didn't I? Let me just show you who's live right now. And if anybody wants to come up. So we have Pocket watching with JT is live. I
Mm-hmm.
like to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Zan the man. Oh my gosh, we gotta see what he's doing right now.
Okay.
To racism? And my answer was yes. And the reason why I say yes is because man created racism. They created this problem. They can solve this problem.
It's really
If they
good.
want to solve this problem, if they're willing to solve the problem, and we find out.
So I'm gonna have him on my show very very soon. Zan the man. He is
Awesome.
amazing. Let me just give him a message. Your show right now on my channel. Let me give a little bit of a left. Just give me 1 second.
Right? Y'all know this is how you spell the word America, right? Now, raise your hand if you don't know how I break it down to you. Look who's in the house. Look who's in the house. I love it. I love it. This is America, right? The word America. Now, how many of you guys, just raise your hand if you know what this word means? Anagram.
Anagram.
Y'all know what the word anagram means?
All right. So let me just stop that. But yeah, he's awesome. I'm going to hopefully on Tuesday or the following Tuesday or sometime soon. He's going to be on the show. He's so charismatic and he's amazing. So
yeah,
I saw him on Blind Guy his live.
Yes, I saw him there. Yeah.
Did you see him? Yeah. Let me see this one.
Yeah. Very charismatic.
Participate in the drum lessons.
Sure.
Let's see. Loved seeing you on wealth management. She stole a thunder. I can't join. I'm on the move on the phone. No problem. Before the billions. Who else is live right now? Coffee Talk and Tech. Oh, he's another one that I met through Zan the man. He's awesome too. Look at the quality of their video, guys. Look at the quality. We're talking TV quality.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. So they're pretty good. They're pretty interesting as well. Let me just give them a like and let me just give a hey, passing through. Yeah. So yeah, let's see who else is live right now. Because what I also want to do is actually feature some other people's channels.
Yes.
There's another one about Jesse. Wealth Engineering is it's not live. 6 minutes ago he's just finished. Okay, so he's just finished. I gave him a live earlier. I guess I came alive earlier. Didn't even realize that. And let's go with the live button. That's what I should be hitting. Miss, what? Is she still live? Oh my goodness! 7 hours ago.
Who's this?
Jeez. Mrs. B for
Oh yeah. Mrs. B. Yeah. I love her.
Okay, I'll just give her a quick drive-by.
Yeah.
Mrs. B Finesse. Oops. Mrs. B Finesse.
By the way, shout out to Wealth Engineering.
Yeah.
He's a good brother. He's in the room. Yeah.
I am watching you while I stream. Just a drive-by.
Shout out to Friendsgiving.
Became that superficial about it because it's like, you know what? It's just today. Today is today. Tomorrow there's going to be more of them tomorrow on.
That's Wealth Talk Productions, is it? So he's just started a stream.
It's actually Wally.
Yeah, Wally. He's got a channel. He's got a what is it called? Wealth Talk Production. Yeah, that's Wally.
Yeah,
Wealth Talk Production.
Yeah. It's actually Wally. Yeah.
Yeah. But he just started a Discord group. That's what it is.
I wanted to.
Okay, so I want to just.
I had to go put my hat on because I didn't glue down my wig, and I'm scared she gonna fall off. So I have to go get my hat back. I think it's sliding.
Kaya is the.
I didn't want to give you all a surprise, so I had to go get my hat back. I didn't want to put a scarf on yet because that would have took me a minute to
Oh
tie.
my God, she is.
Just let you guys know that's why I got the hat back. It ain't she not in position.
She's
right.
not in position.
I do want to touch back
boy.
on what you said, Kai, about your children and them not being
All right, this is just a drive-by.
boisterous about-
Of course.
All right, so let's see who else was live, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Anybody else in our group? Which is B Finesse, coffee shop music. Something that I think is really cute. Something that I think is really, really nice. Before we go, is this. Look at this. Isn't this just so lovely?
Yes.
Just
Very
to
nice.
just to have it on and watch and listen to it. Let's put the audio up. Isn't this beautiful? You could have this on for hours and it's just beautiful music playing with a lovely Christmassy scene. I came across this one day and I just thought that is really nice. There's a few of them. There's quite a few of them. I just think that this is something that I just really love. Doesn't that make you feel peaceful?
Yes.
I'll just turn this off for a minute. Isn't that gorgeous?
Awesome.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
So yeah, those are just a few things that I like to watch.
Okay.
When I'm chilling out. All right. Big time drum. Let me just see who else. Oh, Friendsgiving is here. Oh, okay. So people joined us while we were looking at that stuff. So big shout out to She Stole My Thunder, Wealth Engineering with our tech tips. Yeah, we finished our tech tips. It loves me to say the word tech tips. It loves that. So there you go. Tech tips for you. I can't join now. I have my bonnet on. Black girl's getting her shift on. No problem. No problem. She's going for that record. Oh, she's going for the record. 7 hours. Woo,
wow.
Man. How's it going, Millissa Jayne? Friendsgiving. Thank you, Friendsgiving. And here's my I'm trying to discover who is Shayla. And I'm thinking maybe Shayla and Friendsgiving are the same person. Does anybody know who Shayla is?
Possible.
Anybody know who Shayla and Friendsgiving is? They're always blessing us. So because
Possible.
Friendsgiving is somebody who gives. I wonder if that's Shayla. Can anybody enlighten me, or is it still remain a mystery?
That's the same
So I
as
wonder if that's
Snuggles.
Shayla, whoever Shayla is, or whoever. Oh, who Snuggles? I wonder who Snuggles is, because this Snuggles person never
Exactly.
wants to come up, right?
Right.
Stream exception. Yeah, you're right. We did this
By the
last
way,
last time for the first time.
yes. Shout out to Miss B Finesse in the room.
Oh, she came in?
Yeah.
I
She's
love
in the
those
room.
channels. Great ambiance. Yes. Isn't it amazing? I love to listen to music channels as well. Black girl's getting her shift on. Thunder. Oh, so Millissa Jayne, yes, there are quite a few of those on YouTube, but be mindful, those are still considered copyright content. Yeah, that's why I didn't stay too long, which is why I created some of my own through Fiverr. Nice. All right, here's the lady here. Hey, Millissa Jayne and chat drive by. Love to you as I'm live now, and I appreciate your support and coming on my chat. Exactly. This is exactly. I was just going over there to see who was live, and I can't believe that you are still live after 7 hours. Yeah, going for another record. I'm going for another record. Awesome. Good to see you as always. I think I caught one. I think I caught one of your shows this week. Was it Wednesday? But this week has been crazy. No, Tuesday. It's been Tuesday, and then yesterday's. I usually just stop by, drop a like, and then carry on what I'm doing, or I might have it on the background.
Right.
When Wealth Engineering, I know I may no longer have the first place title for longest live in our fam, but it's all good. If I love the title, I'm glad it's to her. If I love the title, I'm glad it's for her. Okay, great. All right. Did somebody say Snuggles? She might be Snuggles. Oh. Okay.
Remains a mystery.
Or it could be Friendsgiving too.
Just saying.
Millissa Jayne, I did a quick video about Snuggles. I gotta go check it out. Miss Finesse, Miss B Finesse. Hello. All right, guys. So that is our show tonight. I want to thank Big Time Drum, Magic Mike, of course, again for coming on live and showing us that massive, big, lovely smile. We appreciate that so much for coming up. I know you got the speedo one down there. I know that. So It said nothing.
I might surprise you one day and just reveal it.
Right?
But then again, you see, this is where the controversy starts, because if I reveal it, hope you're not monetized at that point.
You know what? It's worth demonetizing at least one video just to see it.
All right, done and done.
If ever you want to create new content, maybe check out Jail Court Cam by Bond Court. Okay, all right, we'll do. Sorry, I meant to say Lost. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. See, I'm
Thank you, Friendsgiving.
I'm so particular. I'm always reading every single word as it's written, and I shouldn't always do that. Magic Mike, you're the best. Yeah. Big time before you go, please stand up and give us a twirl. Thank you for the entertainment. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're not going to stay too long tonight. I'm going to give you your night back. Thank you again, Big Time Drum. Always appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Chopping it up with me. I really do appreciate it. Have a good night and get your rest. I know you'll probably be on another channel, so. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I will see you soon.
Bye. All right.
Bye. All right, everybody. Let's put my little studio here. You didn't see anything behind the curtain. You didn't see anything behind the curtain, guys. All right, Novelty. we are just we're just chopping it up, man. We got to get our hours up. So we might talk some nonsense. We might talk some criminality online. How you doing, girl? Oh, miss you. Haven't seen you for a little bit. Miss you, miss you, miss you. Yeah, so we're going to just end it tonight. But today we talked a little bit. Let me give you a little summary of what we talked about today. We talked about we talked about Jesse Smollett. You know, he's been found guilty on 5 counts of criminal behavior or whatever it was for let's see. Let me just show you again real quick. Found guilty of lying to authorities. 5 different 5 counts, you know. So that we talked a little bit about that, and then we also talked about Kevin Samuels. We talked about the fact that he has a video out called Average at Best, and he put it out about a year ago. Now he did a show last night and was asking, how has that video and how has his channel changed your life over this past year? And this particular video and the work that Kevin Samuels is doing to advise young women, young men on life with relationships is really, really effective. And of course, he has over 1 million subscribers, so he's got to be doing something right. So as much as he is a little bit harsh at times, as much as he is a little bit brash, his message is very, very good, and he's getting through to a lot of people, and he's changing the lives for the better. I would say for the better. Not a problem. You can always go and see it from the beginning if you want. You know, it's just a lot of chit chat today. But I did give some tech tips as well. Some tech tips for wealth engineering. He loves me to say that. We talked a little bit about YouTube. Some things that we're trying that are not working. Some things that we're going to try in the future to get our hours up. We talked about the algorithms. It's not the algorithms. The analytics, the YouTube analytics, and where in particular you can go to see your watch hours that count towards your monetization. All right, First Gen, you're welcome. Absolutely, you're welcome to have you here. We appreciate all of you guys for supporting the channel. And then we looked at other people's channels, and we also peeked in on a few channels on Mrs. B Finesse. We peeked in on her channel, and we also peeked in on Zan the Man. And we're hoping to have Zan the Man either next Tuesday or Thursday or sometime in the future. He's got amazing story to tell, and it's really, really good. I'm going to watch the replay. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So what else did we talk about today? YouTube, the whole page. We talked about how to customize your home page. That's what we talked about. Yep. How to customize your own home page. Most of you guys who are YouTubers, you're probably already doing this, but here it is again. How to alter to customize your homepage for subscribers, for new members who are coming to see your page, how to put on your playlist, all of that good stuff. So watch it from the beginning, how you can organize. You can literally decide how and which of your videos are shown on the page. All right, you can have as much or as least as you want. So with that said, guys, I want to bid you a wonderful evening. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't already hit the like button, hit the like on this video. Check out a few other videos and hit the like on those too. We appreciate that. Maybe tell 1 or 2 of your friends about the channel if you like it. And I'm sure you're all subscribed already, so I appreciate that. We're going to be back next week. Oh, you know what? What I'd like to do, if possible, on Saturday night is to have a more entertaining show where we have musical items, so some singers, some people who can read poetry, some more dancing. So for Saturday night, I want to have a fun, entertaining show, which is just a lot about, you know, comedy, poetry, and stuff like that. So if you're interested and you want to be a part of that, even if you just want to be in the audience, in on the panel, the audience on the panel, or the audience in the chat, just let me know. I'm going to reach out to a few people, but reach out to me if you just want to be a part of that. Let's have some fun on a Saturday night, right? Okay, guys, have a good night. I'm going to play some music. And as we say good night, let me know if you want to be a part of the fun and games. Yes, let's do that. That's all. Shakayla, I think I saw you earlier. Welcome, Shakayla. I didn't see you. I didn't welcome you before. Can you hear the music? You're welcome. Oh, now she tells me. Where's the link? Novelty, I need your link. I need your link, Novelty, to the YouTube channel, to the YouTube Thank you again. Thank you, Friendsgiving. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice little song, wasn't it? Oh, I like that one. Let's try another one. I want your link, Novelty. Let me get your link. It's called I'll Be Home for Christmas, you said? Let's see if I can find the YouTube link. Hey, Lashes! I'll be home for Christmas. Novelty. Oh, there it is. Okay, here's the link. This is Novelty's song, I'll Be Home for Christmas. It's not on my personal YouTube yet. Oh, okay. All right, I've just dropped the link in there. If that's correct, if that's right, let me know if that's right. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, one more. Shoulder action. I'm loving this music. You like the music, guys? Do you like the music? Let's play some more music, shall we? Okay, all right. I want to play the music now. Is it loud enough? Can you hear the music playing? Or you want it louder? Or you want it lower? Higher or lower? Higher or lower? Very, very nice. You like the music? You like the music, guys? Let's have another one. Let's have another one. Oh, this may be too late. Just caught a live with Judge Joe Brown talking about the Justice Smollett case. Let me have a look. How's your fireplace, Lashes? How's your fireplace coming on? You're a handy lady. Okay. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's been a great show. All right, I'll see you next time. All right, Tuesday. I'm gonna try to do a show on Saturday night if I get enough people that want to contribute to the show. If not, we'll do a show on Tuesday. But I will be dropping videos every now and then, randomly. All right. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful night. Yes, Marcia, I'll give you a call in a few minutes, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.